Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad, Instagram and TikTok at Movies TV Mad 555. I'm Mick, your host with the most. This is a video requested by Scott Edwards, one of my most faithful, most loyal, greatest geek subscribers. So today on this video we're going to discuss who I think may be in the Flash Season 8 5-episode crossover. Now, basically this is a crossover like no other because each of these 5 episodes will have different DC characters crossing over. So the first one, for example, could have Supergirl and Black Lightning. They'll be done after that episode. Then the next few people, and etc. Now, I think this is a very interesting concept, and I don't think this is just going to stop at Arrowverse characters. I think DCEU characters may cross over as well. Now, I think the obvious one is Ezra Miller. Now, I mentioned in one of my videos yesterday that we could have a situation where Barry Allen have found a technical way of kind of conversing through the multiverse. How they can do that, as I said yesterday, I have no idea, and you're going to be saying, Mick, that's stupid. How is that possible? But I think that may be a thing. So maybe, you know, Barry and Barry won't be physically together, but maybe they'll be able to talk to each other, and one can help the other with their problems. Now, it's kind of a shame that Ray Fisher couldn't be involved with that as well because of the problems between him, Walter Hamada, and Sarnoff and the rest of Warner Brothers Pictures, because it could be like I don't know, like we're doing now. It could be on a screen like this. It could be, what do they call it? A Zoom, that's right, that's the word. It could just be a multiverse Zoom, which would be really, really awesome. So there is a potential for Ezra Miller's The Flash to kind of slightly have a small cameo in one of the episodes. Now, in terms of Arrowverse characters, I think Scott Edwards would want me to say this, that Stargirl has got a big potential in crossing over. Listen, I don't know if they're ever going to say that, you know, Stargirl is part of the Arrowverse. Now, she's certainly a CW character. It's a CW show. I don't even know what Earth that is, and I know a lot of you probably do know that. I just don't know. It's certainly not Arrowverse Earth 1. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments down below. So I think certainly you could see her. And I think Black Lightning, the actor who plays Black Lightning, said he will be involved with something after the show finishes for good. I think it's outrageous that Black Lightning was cancelled. Must be the ratings, but I think it's great, and I hope he has got a big role to play in this, you know, future multiverse strategy as well. Melissa Benoist's Supergirl is in the same boat as Black Lightning. They're doing the 6th and final season right now. It's off air, I think now, is it? Or is it coming back soon? I don't know. But in the summer, it's returning. That's right. And so when they're done with that, it will be done as a series. But doesn't mean the characters from Supergirl can't indeed cross over. So you've got that. You've got a chance of Cisco from the Flash show coming back for a little time. Wynn from Supergirl. This is a character I really loved in the first season. I thought Wynn was fantastic. He pretty much is Cisco for Supergirl on that Earth. He was great, but in the end they kind of, I don't think I liked what they did with him in the end, but I think the first season he was really, really good, and I thought Wynn was a great character, and I think he's certainly missed, and that's someone who could be involved with the kind of the breadth of this multiverse strategy as well. So I'd love to see Wynn come back as well. So you could have Wynn, Supergirl, Cisco. In terms of White Canary and the Legends, I think there's potential there. I know that Scott Edwards, the subscriber who wanted me to do this video in the first place, would love to see her, and I would love to see her. I think Sarah Lance is a great character, and she's done such a great job. So I'd like to see her in it as well. It's weird. It's kind of weird that they're doing this. This isn't an ordinary crossover. Now, it's a lot easier for them to do this. I know people will use COVID as an excuse because obviously it's difficult. It has been difficult to do the crossovers because you could be cross-contaminating the sets. And I understand that, but obviously they know how to make stuff with COVID rules, kind of COVID structures in there now, so they can do that. You know, each actor would have to, I suppose, self-isolate for 2 weeks. because even though they're on their set, they've already self-isolated, then they have to do the same to come onto the Flash show, and everyone else would have to do it. That complicates things a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. So it's going to be interesting what kind of storylines we have. Now, the way I see it, the way it's been explained to me, is that each episode will be a one-and-done story. Now, I don't know if this is true or if this is kind of a story that continues. Remember, it's 5 episodes. It's a 5-episode crossover, but not the characters in episode 1 won't be in episode 5. Unless they did something smart where they had separate crossovers, and then in the 5th episode, everyone who's already appeared in episode 1 to 4 will appear in episode 5 as well. And so that could be a thing as well. Of course, a huge kind of appearance or cameo would be Stephen Amell's Oliver Queen. Now, right now, it's interesting with Stephen Amell's Oliver Queen because he literally rebooted the universe. Surely, if he rebooted the Arrowverse, maybe he's still alive somewhere, but not as the character he became, but as Oliver Queen, the Green Arrow somewhere. Because he dies, and the universe gets rebooted, right? So, has he been rebooted? Could he come back? That's interesting. Now, he said he was talking to Greg Berlanti about coming back at first when he first left, because during COVID there was no work, and now he's doing some wrestling thing. But I mean, it's not like doing a proper show like Arrowverse, is it? Or Arrow. So I think it's sad that Arrow was cancelled. I think it was the first, I don't think, I know. It was the first show. I would love Stephen Amell's Oliver Queen to return. Now, Emily Beck Richards as Felicity was a very popular character. I loved her in the first 2 seasons, but then it became the Felicity and Oliver show, and obviously it's Oliver's show, but that romantic crap was a bit boring. But I do like Em as the character, and I would love her to come back the way she was in the first couple of seasons. I think she was great there. The comedy element, the kind of dramatic element, she was like his voice, his reason for being. So it'd be kind of cool to see her as well. I mean, what I'd really like to know is, who do you want to appear in this 5-episode crossover in season 8 of The Flash? I've mentioned a few people I'd like to see. Now, I don't expect many DCEU characters to kind of turn up because, you know, Barry Allen, Ezra Miller's Barry Allen hasn't travelled to save his mum yet. Flashpoint hasn't happened. They haven't rebooted the universe yet. The DCEU's not rebooted to create this big interconnected multiverse strategy yet. But in terms of Ezra Miller and Grant Gusting's The Flash characters, both Barry Allens, right? If they could create a piece of technology where they could talk to each other through the multiverse, I think that would be the best, most awesome way to do a DCEU crossover. And if you can see Ezra Miller's Barry Allen talking to Grant Gusting's Barry Allen, then why can't Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne be standing on screen as well? Anything's possible. Anyway, tell me your picks. Who do you want to see in this 5-episode Flash Season 8 crossover? Remember, Twitter @MoviesTVMad, Instagram and TikTok @MoviesTVMad555, and I will see you again in the next video. Until then, goodbye.